they have another gear that they did not show the field. And this afternoon, I think they are going to be a crew to look out for.
Yeah, we're getting spoiled out here 30 minutes in. What incredible racing this has been so far. It's been up and down throughout the week. We've seen a lot of dominating performances where we're kind of just like, all right, let's get to the next race. But this has been awesome so far, 30 minutes in. Let's see if we can continue this competition. The Women's Masters Open A Cox 4 Heat number 1, Alexandria lane 1, CRI B in lane 2, Potomac Boat Club A in lane 3, Gryphon Crew and MITRC, that's a name I haven't announced yet this week, in lane 4, CRI A in lane 5. Then we have Lincoln Park B and A in lane 6 and 7, and Carolina Masters Rowing in lane number 8. I'm going to look up that MITRC.
I think it's MIT Rowing Club, I think.
That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, MIT Rowing Club out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and that was an accurate call. I said, I haven't announced them yet this week. They only have one entry this week.
Well, there you go, and we're off. We've got a bunch of Boston crews here with the community rowing crews, and we are in coxed 4s here. So first coxed boat that we've had all day. The coxswain obviously is a integral part of any crew, somebody who's near and dear to my heart, but you can see them lying down, tucked in, and it looks like CRI's A entry has made an early break out to about 2/3 of a boat length, but then pretty much dead even across the rest of the field. CRI B also pushing out, but fending out a good push from Carolina Masters, and you can see the coxswain in that lane 8 crew looking over, informing the women in that boat where we are in the field and when is it that we're going to move. And it looks like she's making a call to move now because she has started to eat into that lead that CRI A has. 4 to progress in this event here. Still a big question mark who's going to make it to this afternoon.
Yeah, the community rowing A boat, we have Madeline Carlson, Ellie Littrell Greenier, Karen Duffy, Abigail Oliviera, and the coxswain Claire Peterton. Solid start out of that 5th lane. In the mix as well, Carolina Masters rowing, and as Jim mentioned, top 4 going to move on.
Yeah, I think right now we're pretty much dead even between CRI A and the Carolina Masters in lane 8 there. It's always hard if you're out on the edge of the field there to be able to get a sense of where we are, particularly for this coxswain. Now, if she truly is, starting to get out into the first place point here, it's going to start being that the rest of the crew are behind her, and the vantage is going to be very, very hard. But the rowers will now start to see, okay, here's where we have people in our rearview mirror. Let's start pushing off them. I'd like to see her pull a little bit off that lane line. No, she's not in a danger of going through to close to the other crew, but you just never want a blade to hit a buoy there and get tangled up and ruin this nice momentum that you're seeing out of that Carolina crew.
What do you like so far out of this Carolina crew featuring Elizabeth, Emma, Abigail, Victoria, and coxswain Caroline?
Well, they're certainly getting the results. So it's hard to argue with what I'm seeing there. You see this stern pair. Look at just the power that they're doing. They're just propelling there. And then in the 2-seat there, who was that in the 2-seat there?
2-seat is Emma Mavis.
Emma, you could just see the determination there, coming up for the next stroke, locking on and pulling it through. Nice, calm composure out of the bow, Elizabeth Finnessy. Really good separation coming from the puddles. You get one of the ways that you can tell how nice a boat is moving is how much space you see between those sets of puddles. And a coxed 4 is a heavy boat. It's not one of the fastest boats out there. You've got an extra person in the boat, and they're just moving really nicely.
All right, we'll head down to the finish line. Lane 8, Carolina Masters Rowing. Good start to the race. Throughout the race, they've maintained that top spot for a majority of it, and they will finish strong in first, followed by Lane 5, Community Rowing. Then Lane 7, Lincoln Park Boat Club A. And then Lane 3, Potomac Boat Club A. So those are going to be your top 4 unofficially, followed by the Lincoln Park Boat Club B in Lane 6. Then Lane 4 is the MITRC boat. And following them, Lane 2, Community Rowing B. So look at that. 1.87, 3.39, 4.69. You love to see it. The competition is fierce, and it is increasing every race that we go by. And unofficially now on your screen, it is going to be Carolina Masters, CRIA, and Lincoln Park in the top 3, and Potomac in 4. That is going to be your top 4 advancing to the finals.